Bet you didn't think I'd be back, huh? I didn't think I'd be back either, to be honest. I really don't have time for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, right. So I definitely don't have time to actually make something. I know I said I would, but again, I have an appointment at 2 o'clock. It's currently midday. Like I don't have time. Um, but I can act on the impulse decision I had earlier around probably changing this entire wall. So I'm doing the maths and figuring out how much extra wallpaper I'm going to need because I'm probably going to need some. So, maths. I don't have a calculator, but I have a phone. Now, I have cheated a little bit, and I've already measured the wall. So, if I add up all of this, I should be able to find out how many centimeters of wall I can cover. Where did I put my pen? I had a green pen that I was using. Because I didn't put it back in a sensible place, it's now invisible. I was discussing this morning. I'm my own worst enemy. I didn't put it back where I would expect it to be. So it's probably in front of my face, but I can't find it. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, yep. It's where I just put the wallpaper down on the bed. So whatever. Whatever me. Whatever. Right. So if I do 30 times 246. That already seems incorrect. That's in centimeters. So then if I just move it down by 2, that already, no, that seems, I already don't like this. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here with the maths. I probably am. I don't trust myself. Okay, hang on. Let me cook. Let me cook. That's probably right. That's probably, let's assume it's right. Let's assume it's right. Let's ignore the fact that I don't like it and let's assume it's right. I definitely have notepaper somewhere. Yes, perfect. Okay. Right. Let me cook. I'll use this. This works. Right. So let's say I had the mm, and it'll be plus whatever the total of that comes to, which is and do I do 53.5 or 54? If I do 54, then I'm overestimating it, which is good. And that'll be 2 lots of that. Okay. Which is 12, 420. Which is then 24, 840, which is then 580 plus 24, 840 equals. That is in centimeters. So if I then divide that by 100, right? That should give me meters. I didn't need a calculator for that, I'm an idiot. That's definitely wrong. That is definitely wrong. There's no way. Okay. Okay. So what am I doing wrong here, other than everything? I'm definitely doing something horribly, horribly wrong. Maybe I should just stick with my original numbers. So I'll just put equals nope on that because I've definitely screwed up somewhere. Okay, alright. Alright. Let me try this again. Let me try this again. So, and then also, okay. So I have that. That's fine. I should realistically be able to work it out from that anyway, because again, it was not where I thought it would be. It's here. According to this, I could just make that into centimeters, surely. Yeah. So I have on this. If that's my centimeters anyway, then yeah, this is much less confusing for some reason. So the wallpaper itself is actually 53 centimeters by 1,000 centimeters. Okay. So then when it comes to covering this, how do I math this out? Maths is not my strong suit. I get confused. I'm good with words, I'm not good with numbers. How do I figure this out? Do I need to... No, wait, hang on. I feel like I'm making this harder for myself than I need to. So, in fairness, if this is 53, yeah, the width of this actually takes out exactly that space, more or less. All right, that's huge, because then I can just measure it in increments of this, which is so cheating. But, okay, all right. This is good. This is good. This is pretty much exactly the width of the little bits. All right, massive. So, with that in mind, I then have to do the length, the height, which I know is 230. So then, how many times do I need this to go around here? That's one. I start from that corner there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bit. So 5, 6. So 6 and a bit. 6 and a bit of that. If I said 6.5-ish, this, so that'd be 6 and a bit times. So if I said 6.5, 6.5 times 230. This is so not the way of working this out. So I will just be short with the one roll that I have. Just. Which begs the question, do I even need to go all the way to the floor with this? Subjectively, I don't. I could have something else along the bottom. But am I just making excuses and making this more difficult for myself than it actually needs to be? Yes. Yes, I am. One, 4, 9, 5. Oops. Definitely didn't just get green pen on my mouse mat. That's fine. 1495, and I've got 1. So actually, it's over by quite a bit. It's like 1.5 rolls, really, at that point. So I may as well just get another one. Alright, but now I know I do need to buy another one, which is a good thing. Well, it's a good thing that I know it's not so great that I need to get another one, but it means that while I'm waiting for the other one, I could be doing stuff. I need to order it first. Just glad it still exists. So I shall do that as a matter of urgency, to be honest. Here we go. Already in my basket because it's been sat here for ages. I don't care about free shipping, although I do kind of care about some of the other stuff on my wish list. Can I use any of my points? There are some really nice things on here. But where would I put them? Where would I put them? But then if I'm redoing this, possibilities. They cause me pain. None of these are on sale anyway, so what is the point? No, I will not be myself this one time. Unless I can redeem some points and... got 409. So I can get £15 off. A little bit nuts. Because that means I then get this wallpaper for free. And then I'm like, do I get the other things? Why is that on sale? It wasn't on sale a second ago. What's going on? Don't tempt me with these things. I don't need another backpack. But I love backpacks. So why is it... What? No, I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring that. I think that's wrong. Let me really quickly... Let me just check. Let me just check. I'm sure it would come under... Wait. Wait. Bear with me, I'm thoroughly distracted. It's the maths, plus the needing to try and combine things for shipping, etc. Because I definitely need to get another roll of the wallpaper anyway, and if there's a load of stuff on here that would make sense to grab while I'm here, then cool, but if there isn't, then whatever. So let's not bother with that. Let's try this and see. There might be some things and stuff. I don't know. I swear I'll get back to it in a second. This is my life, by the way. This is how I exist. I am perpetually distracted. That's really nice, but where would I put it? Constant distraction. That is the wallpaper which I need to grab. That's gorgeous, but I don't need it. Don't need it. So, nothing there. I'll kick myself if I find something later. Why do they not just have bags down there? Because that's all I really care about. Why would you show me out of stock things? I don't care. Yeah, it just doesn't say bags. Ouch, cramp. Cramp. Fine. Nobody panic. I don't care. I don't care. I don't need to care. I need to stop getting so distracted and just go for the one thing. Let's do the one thing. Do the one thing. Okay. Yes, do the one thing, and then please tell me this still exists. Okay, we're fine. How do I... There we go, let's do that. Do not care. Okay. Boards, I don't really want to... If it only ends up coming to just shy of 20 quid anyway. Kind of want to save that for later. I know I do. I don't want to use it, though. That's fine. Yeah, fine. Whatever. It's 79 pence. Why not? Why not? Give me protection on my parcel. It's fine. Realistically, this is all covered by some money I got yesterday anyway, after trading some mirrors out. So, yes. Yes. Good. Right. That does the thing. So, now that I've done the maths, sure, let's say that. Nice. All right. That's done. That's done. That's fine. I can now do the things that I intend to do. Which is a lot of finding out where to put stuff again. Right, this I use, this can stay here. This, again, the scout trooper on the snow speeder, I don't know why he's here. I need to find a place for him, but it's not there. Chocolate I need to give to someone else, because why I have it, I do not know. Dice, I will sort out. Instructions for a thing. I have a place I keep instructions. It's fine. What is this, and why is this here? I actually don't know. Huh. Because I don't know, I'm going to leave it alone. Right. Remote for the aircon, that needs to stay with me. Yes, in the winter, I need to know where the remote is for the air conditioning unit. When I was saying yesterday about my cosplay constraints being overheating, I was not joking. Leave the Keo down there. This is for these. Keep a passive eye on the time. There's the hoodie I didn't hang up because I planned to use and then didn't, so... Story of my life. My various cryptid plushies. I shall stick them down here for now. This can just chill for a bit. This and this. I meant to do that earlier. Oh well. Things happen. Whatevs. Right. This I don't need at the minute. Leave it here. These can sit on that little table. Okay. Now I need to actually have one of these bags free to put more stuff in. Which means I need to put the other stuff in the other bag. I whacked those in there. I have this here, which doesn't need to be here. This is the bag I'm going to need for that. There's me to take some of the other stuff out. If I take the wallpaper out of that one, I've got Star Platinum in here, whack him in there. Various other bits and pieces that I'd like to have dotted around somewhere, but I, as of yet, don't know where. Snow Troopers, awesome. The Lego D&D figures, which I'm obsessed with at the minute, by the way. I love little blind boxes. And the D&D Lego figures just combines two of my obsessions. So, absolutely huge, to be honest. But I don't know where I'm putting them for now, so I shall just whack them in the other bag. Deal with those later. Alright. That kind of sorts that out. At least enough for now. I'll whack the wallpaper in here, and then I know that that's for the other shelves. I kind of want to stick the witchy unicorno somewhere, but it's too bright. Too bright and obvious for these shelves, so I will leave it for now. Get back to it. Right. This should be pretty easy, he says. This should be pretty easy, because there's not actually that much crap up here. For a few bits and pieces. The worst part is going to be stripping off all of the electrical tape from when I'd originally been gridding this out. These shelves are dusty. I am going to have to clean pretty much everything that I'm taking off of here. Look, I just cleared that bag to put these in there, and I'm sticking them on the floor. Why? For what reason? Right. Okay. Well, actually, I should probably put the amiibo in there first. But then also the Triforce is an annoying thing to try and finagle. So I can stack stuff. I can stack stuff. It's fine. It's fine. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Had these for years. When did these first come out? Because the Link one that I've got here, this is the Super Smash Brothers Link, right? I got this back when Amiibo were first coming out. So this is like one of the, I don't want to say like the original releases, but it would have been around the right time. It's also thick with dust, and I don't really want to put it back anywhere until I've cleaned it. That is actually reasonably disgusting. That came with me to uni. And I got it before uni. So I don't even know at this point how long I've had that. But as I say, it would have been around the time that Amiibo were first made a thing. Okay, I've got a method for this, actually. Let's take the wallpaper out for a second. I can whack all of these in along the bottom right off the bat. I've got a few of these that are still in their boxes, just because I really didn't want to open them. But they were like the Zelda anniversary ones. I remember when I was first ordering those, I ordered them through Game. And I was trying to be selective with what I picked. I still ended up getting like 4 of them. And it cost me a fair whack back in the day, as someone that wasn't really earning a whole bunch at the time. But I just, oh man. Still have them. Still in their boxes. Still love them. Well, I've got a couple still in box. I've got this one here that's very much not in its box anymore. But that's because I just loved it so much. And that was the Ocarina of Time Link. Look at that. How nice is that? It's stunning. Especially, like, the thing that always struck me was the difference between, like, the original models and then the later models. And it's like, I know stuff's going to get better as time goes by, right? But, like, just the difference in these is so stark. Let me just make a point real quick. Ignore the dust on the bottom, because it is grim. But, like, not to throw shade, but that's pretty rough. As models go, that's pretty rough. And then you compare it to something like this. It's just so much better. It's ridiculous how much better that is. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this up close enough to make my point. But, like, you can see the seams in, like, in the hair, and it's... I'm going to try, but I don't think you'll be able to see. I don't think it's going to focus either. No, it's fine. But trust me, there's like a seam line that's running along the top of his fringe. That bothers me. Because it doesn't need to be that way. Things are made a lot smaller that look a lot better. But as I say, as time went by, like, the quality of the sculpts and the paint jobs is just infinitely better. Like, the Smash Brothers iteration, he's just so pale and sickly looking. And then this one, oh yeah, no, okay. He's actually got some colour in his skin, you know? I've never stopped loving these. Even the old crummy model quality. Like, it still holds a very special place in my heart. And I'll always love them. Okay, so I've got those in there. That's easy. Just passively checking the time to make sure I don't end up late for my thing. Should be okay. Got the fan from MCM. Couple of JoJo's books. Ugh, good grief. Or Yuri Yuri, if I want to be a cringe lord about it. And they need dusting, basically. They are a disgusting mess. They really need dusting. Much like the shelves, they really need dusting. Now, in terms of taking stuff off the walls, that's going to get a little trickier, to be honest. This will be easy enough. Done. Yeah, easy enough. Whack that in there. Ugh, it's so stark. Ugh. Let's take off little keychains and stuff. If I can. I remember getting them on was a pang, so getting them off is gonna suck. There we go. Right. Now this one actually is very special, because not only is it a Pokemon card Game Boy shaker. Again, I wish it would focus. It's great. As much as it refuses to focus, just trust me, it's great. So I actually won this. And I won this as part of like a raffle that was going on at Hyper Japan. And I won a bunch of stuff from a bunch of artists. And I'd recorded the unboxing of everything with a mate of mine. And then I proceeded to lose the footage. And I never got to thank everyone for all of their awesome artwork. And I feel so bad about it. That at some point, I need to go around and gather all the little things and try and remember who did what. Because I've also got, like, they wrote little notes, like little thank you notes and stuff, and they're so wholesome. They're so wholesome, I have them in my print folder. That, like, I keep all of, like, the artwork and stuff I get from cons in this one folder. I have them all in there. So I know who the artists are, but I have their stuff scattered around everywhere, and I don't remember what came from who particularly. Like, I'd have to go back through them all individually and look at their other stuff to know who made what. But I love stuff like this. It's amazing. It's so cool. Fair enough. Where do I put this where it's reasonably safe? I don't really want to put the keychains in here. I kind of want to put them somewhere else. I've got another one down here by the same artist that I actually bought. Now, whenever I see her at cons, I'll always go and look for ghost type versions. I suppose I can leave this in here for now. That one is particularly special. I've got another one that she made up here. There we go. That was way easier for some reason. I got this one, I think I got this one the following year at MCM. Darkrai, but again, it's fuzzy, so you can't see, but trust me, it's cool. The Pumpkaboo was the one that I won as a commission, which, again, immense. And then I've also got a Ghastly down here. If I can unhook him. I might not be able to. Again, getting these on here was really quite difficult. Okay, no, we're fine. So then the Ghastly is the one that I got the last time I was at MCM. It's this one. But again, the camera. Oh, no, okay. Finally. Nice. Good enough. Yeah, but I've got him hooked onto my desk down here. So he is constantly in the way, and I love him. Okay. More keyrings. Oh, God, how did I do this? Why did I do this? Well, no, in fairness, I know why. And they do look good up here. But getting them off of here again. Actually, alright. I was expecting that to be way more difficult than it was. So, fair play, past me. I will grant you that one. It should be the same dealio with this one. Yep. Nice. Easy peasy. Squeezy lemons. These are great as well. Different artist. This one, Midna, very epic and cool. And then this one, Link, obviously, again, very epic and cool. I love artist stuff. I love seeing other people's styles put into media that I'm super into. Okay. I don't know where I'm going to put the keytar, so I'm tempted to kind of leave that for now, because I don't have the wallpaper to do this anyway, and then I'd have to move the bed out the way, and I need a couple of days to do that, not like a couple of hours this afternoon, because I'm working the next few days after today, and then I'll just have to sleep in chaos. I mean, this isn't that bad, actually. It looks worse than it is, but I can tidy it up. The shelves, I can get out if I go and get a screwdriver. So that's not the end of the world. But I can start taking down some of the other random crud. And yeah. It's fine. I'm at the point now where I'm like, if I start taking that stuff down, then it's official. I am definitely changing the wall. But I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense to change the wall. So I'm like, do I hold this up and just make sure it works? But the color works with that. And the print should be big enough that it's not going to be utter chaos. And I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. And I think the sword and shield still works. The main thing is going to be trying to get that off, because that is stuck with double-sided tape, and that is always the worst to try and get off. But that is a rod I made for my own back when I went, oh, I'm not going to change it, it's fine. Classic. Classic me move. Do I just leave this for now, knowing that I'm not going to wallpaper it today? Probably, right? What I can do is get rid of some of the other stuff that I've double-sided taped, which is a whole bunch of these. I remember when I was first putting all of this up, and I was very proud of myself. Oh, geez, okay, this is going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of double-sided that's left on the wall that I'm going to have to mess with. That's fine. If I'm papering over it anyway, then who cares? It's pretty whatever, really. There's going to be a lot of this. It's all got tape on it, so it's like, I can't really... Can I recycle it? Paper, but it's... I might just give it to my granddad, because he likes burning things. So, an incentive to get the fire pit out. I won't tell him today, though, because my window's open, and it'll make my room smell of smoke. Don't really want to be dealing with that. So for now, I'll just whack it in the bin. Whatever. I'll organise it later. Unless... I won't put it in the bin, because then I'll forget that it can just be burned, and then I'll be sad. Because if I can avoid landfill, I'd like to. Okay. This one was actually stuck in there pretty effectively. It's coming off alright, though. It's the electrical tape just makes me chuckle. I was so smug when I first did all of this. I thought I was an absolute genius. And then I realised that as I'd been going round, what I should have done is stretched it out from the reel a lot further than I needed to. Because by the time I'd stretched it from the top to the bottom and smoothed it all out, I thought, nice, good job, this looks great. Because it's rubberized, it started to shrink back again. And that's why it doesn't all meet the ceiling properly. I think from a distance, it looks fine, right? And I was proud of myself for having, accounted for the width of the tape when I was gridding everything out. Cool. But then it started to shrink. And the closer you get, the more you can see I had not accounted for that. Not by a long way. But then I hid a lot of the worst parts with the little shapes that I'd made, so, you know. There are so many dodgy joins and stuff on here as well, it's ridiculous. Looking at it through the webcam on the stream, actually it looks pretty good. It does not look that good up close. You have to just believe me with that. It very much does not look that good up close. And because it's where my bed is, I see it all the time. So I'm constantly reminded of my shortcomings. Which is great as you're trying to fall asleep. Like my sleep paralysis demon. Just sat staring at me. There's nothing I can do but stare back. Except for now. Just, change it. I'm trying to think how long it's been like this. A while? It's been like this for a while. But then how long has my bed been over here for? I'm sure if I went back through all my Google photos, I could date it properly. Because I take progress photos everywhere I go. So this absolutely will be documented somewhere. I kind of don't want to leave anything on the wall because I will just forget that it's there. I'm going to try and get stuff off of here as I come across it. Right, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. I spent ages making all the shapes for this as well. Again, measuring everything out and taking a scalpel along to cut everything nicely. Spent ages because it's all just white card that I painted. I couldn't be bothered to order coloured card and wait. I wanted to get on with it then and there. So I did. Which is just so typical. That's most of that tape off. It shouldn't affect anything, to be honest. That one might be annoying as it goes behind the shelf. Yeah, okay. I'll deal with that later. Same with that one. This one I can get. And I don't really want to... That will not leave the wall. Right, all of that is future me problem. Fair enough. Fair enough. I've made more ridiculous impulse decisions than this. In fairness, I don't even know if I can count this as an impulse decision, because I've been thinking about it for a long time. It was just this morning, I thought, hang on, I've got wallpaper. There are things I can do with that. Why am I not doing those things? Especially because the paint is chipping. Which is no fault of mine, I'd like to point out. Circumstantial. What I had to work with was not great. I did the best with what I had. But now I have things that are better, so I can do better, you know? Also, I was impatient and didn't want to order anything and then wait for it. So, you know, it's not my fault, but I could have done a better job if I was more patient. So, you know, I'd call it a learning curve, but I never learn. I will forever remain impatient. Ooh, yeesh. That is a yikes. That is the actual plaster. Yeah, I think that is. Is there wallpaper under this? I really hope there isn't. What is that? This is the part where I chip away at the wall and find something. No, that isn't. Isn't wallpaper. I think it is just plaster. I don't know why it's purple. Oh well, I'm sure that's fine. I won't ask questions. Again, keytar, kind of don't want to move particularly because it's reasonably heavy and I don't know where I'm going to put it. Right. So, getting there. Those I can't get rid of until I get the shelves down, but that's easy, really. But I don't want to start taking the shelves down until I have something to protect my bed from dust, because I have to sleep there tonight. And those shelves are grim. And I'd rather not be inhaling a ton of dust if I can help it. At the very least, I need to take the pillows away. No. Mm, that'll come off with that. This is just not a fun time. I mean, it served a purpose. It did the thing I wanted it to do. So, I'm not particularly mad at it. But also, I don't tend to future-proof things when I do them. It tends to just be a case of, what do I feel like doing today? This. Well, dang, let's just do the thing. But at least I'm doing stuff. And that's been the whole point of, like, even with random stupid escapades like this, you know, that's been the whole point of this, is just, at least I'm doing the thing, you know? Where I could not be doing the thing, I am instead doing the thing. And I'll take that. That feels like a W, so I'm gonna say it's a W. Leash, that is not a W. That is a yikes. How am I going to get this off? Because I love this, and I know what I've stuck this on here with. And I'm afraid, because it's the same stuff I stuck Majora's Mask up there with, and there's no way I was getting that off. And I would have put this on every extremity. I might have to use a palette knife to get that off. Do I still have one up here? Or did I take them all out to the garage? Feel like I took them all out to the garage. Unless... No, that feels like a terrible idea. It's not stopped me before, though. I have a scalpel. I don't know, does that then become TOS? Can't be, right? Because blades... I don't know enough about Twitch to know. I'm just using it to cut through the sticky stuff that I used for this. And in fairness, it's working. I'm being reasonably safe. I'm cutting away from me. My hands aren't in the path of the blade. I've done this before. It's not with this specific application. Okay, well, in fairness, that's attached to the tape anyway, so I can just do that. Don't tell me you're attached at the leg as well. Good grief, why am I like this? Why did I think this required this amount of stick? I don't know how far in from the edge this goes. This might end up being more of a problem than I think it is. I don't want to break this. I made this years ago. I was very proud of myself when I did it. I was making it up. I went through a phase of really enjoying, like, hammer bead pixel art stuff. I blame Minecraft. I 100% blame Minecraft because that was where I first discovered that you could make pixel art digitally. I know that sounds ridiculous because, what? You can do that in plenty of other places. But that was the first place that I could access. I realised you could make stuff like that. I have a horrible feeling there's something slap bang in the middle of this. And that will then be a problem. Unless I wanted to go at it with a longer blade. Which I can, because I have a box cutter, but it's the one that I use for cutting foam. If I could not blunt it, that is preferable, but also, it doesn't matter that much, because I have a sharpening stone that I use for it. So I can fix the blade. I'm not particularly phased. Right, that takes care of that. Ah, didn't need to. Oh yeah, okay. See, for me, this is worth saving. I love this. This is awesome. This is one of those rare occasions where I'll look at something past me did and think, you know what? That's pretty okay. But now I know I can definitely get these things off the walls, which is pretty mega. Just don't know where I'm going to put it. Maybe I'll whack it in my print folder. Maybe that'd be the sensible thing to do. I don't know. For now, I'll put it in a drawer somewhere safe. As I say, I do love it. Simpler times. Simpler times. Just a fond memory. Yeah. Nice. Which drawer do I put you in? Will you be safe in here? I don't know. Be safer in here, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And let's get rid of this. And about an hour until my thing. I'll have to leave a bit before then. But I can probably get all of the tape down. He says. Before remembering that shelves exist. And I'll have to get under the bed as well. In fairness, I can cut bits off. It's not the end of the world. Hoping I can just pull that one down, but if I do that, I definitely can. That through there. Okay, at this point, I grab my trusty scalpel. And again, I'm cutting away from me, so no one come for me. I am well accustomed to handling sharp things. That's a terrible idea. There, see? I was almost really dumb, but I wasn't, because I thought about it. It would have been fine, but I'm concerned that these shelves are bowing slightly, and if it had rolled, that would have been uncool. An if, it probably would have been okay, but I'm not willing to chance it, to be honest. Rather just be vaguely sensible. In the most vague use of vague possible. Ah, okay, well that works. This is going to be a really lame wall to be up against for the next few days. I'm going to be sad about it. But it is also a pretty huge incentive to then get my act together and do something to fix it. Alright. Leave that for a second. Start having a look at this. Oh, I put this on with double-sided. I remember. Because it's electrical tape. It didn't want to stick to the wall in some places, so I used double-sided tape behind it. I'm just remembering this now. Because it's going to make my life just that little more difficult. I really should faff with post-shelf removal. So, whatever for now. Really. This I can get rid of. Easy peasy. Jeez, this is horrifying. This is probably stuck down with double-sided somewhere as well. That definitely is. So that's going nowhere. This one isn't. That's fine. That's got that attached to it, so I'll leave that for now. What I can do is get rid of that. Okay. Now, this I can get rid of to a point. And it gets kind of difficult from there. This then becomes its own issue. I can take along there, take that along there. Same with that, because I did the vertical ones before I did the horizontal ones. They all come off like that. I should be able to just do that. And in fact, just do that. I had underestimated how grim this was going to be, because it's covered in just dust. So it's been up here for a while. I still don't remember how long ago I actually did all of this. Oh, that is an alarm. Is that to remind me I have a thing soon? Oh, it sure is. Awesome. Let me just double check. Let me just double check. Ba, 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 ba. Da, da, da. 8, 10. So that says 15. I don't trust that. I'm going to take the 8. So 1. Well, actually, it's technically 9. 9. So 10. So that's fine. So if I say, what? Call it. Rather than that, let's call it. Let's call it that. And see what happens. So I trust nothing. Ah, excellent. That's good. Right. I am getting a little bit warm. So what I think I'll do is take this off for a second. Bear with. Try and clip this on like that. Hopefully that works fine, because that's pretty much what I was doing earlier today anyway. Okay. God, it looks like a crime scene. Just where all the tape used to be. Does it come across on camera much? A little bit. Okay, a little bit. But from here, it's actually horrifying. Yeah, that is just horrifying. Okay. Kind of need to move Astarion at this point. Kinda do. That is probably fine. That's probably fine. Okay. Let's take this down. Hope and pray there's nothing living on the back of it. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like there was something there, but it's not there anymore, so I don't care. I swear, like, cobwebs just get places, right? Because, like, I don't see spiders along this wall. If I do, I get them, and I remove them. Because there's no way I'm having that above me when I'm sleeping. And yet, there's a bunch of cobwebs along here. I don't know how that's even been a thing. On the plus side, the tape's coming off pretty easily. Oh, the key, I remember. I had to cut around the tape when it got to the hook for the keytar. Actually, that makes taking this off a lot easier. Because that hook was put in the wall before the tape was put up. So I then had to work around it. Which I did. But that's actually working out in my favour at this point. And again, the keytar is heavy, so I don't really want to have to mess with that if I can avoid it. And there's a lot of this that goes down under the bed, which I'll deal with separately, to be honest. Because it'll be easier to get at it from down there anyway. Now this... do that. Do that. Tuck that down there. Alright, so actually the tape came off pretty quickly and easily. It's not so bad. Not so bad. Okay. That's fine. More paper and cardboard and such. A big old mass of electrical tape. You know what it looks like? It looks like, and it's a weird concept, but for those of you old enough to remember, it looks like when you used to go and watch a video, and if you pressed the wrong button, and it just, like, unwound itself. That's what this looks like to me. And it just... it evokes this feeling of fear. Just, oh god, what have I done? Because it's... I've been there. Been there, done that. What videos did I use? Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes on VHS. Absolutely immaculate. Those were the days, man. Crazy heady days. Looney Tunes and a lot of Disney movies. Had Fantasia on video. That's saying something. Do I want to deal with the shelves next? Because getting the rest of the tape is going to be kind of annoying. Or do I want to deal with the poster? I think I want to deal with the poster. Right. In theory, it should be... ooh. That thing I was saying about being safe with knives. So I think I want to get rid of this next. Without compromising the poster itself. Nice, that deals with one. Again, please me, be careful around the sharp thing. There's just a little bit on here. Nice, right. One. Two. I remember putting a bunch of these on here as well. I wanted everything to stay kind of even. I didn't want it to bow out anywhere. So there's a load of these on here. Just the one down here. That's 5 on one side. There'll be 5 along the other as well. See you. There we go. Right. What I don't know is how many is along the shorter edge. Not counting the corners. That's 1. There might only be a couple then. 2. Yeah, and then the corner. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So the primary source of my pain is going to be... it's actually a very even cut. It'll be mostly irritating along the longer edge. So, how do I want to play that? Where is the most sensible place to position myself so I'm not in the path of the blade? Do that. Right. Yeah. Should just be the corner. Is... No, I don't like that. Let's do it this way. That's better. Yeah. One more. Freedom! Okay. I love this thing. It's awesome. I don't know whether it'll work on cam. I assume... Oh, no, it does. It does. Yeah. Look how cool that is. It's awesome. Okay. That wall is so stark. I hate it. And I hate the knowledge that I will have to deal with it until I am next off work, at the very least. So I'm going to need at least a couple of days to properly faff with that. But then that's why I wanted to deal with this side of it today, so that I'm not using up that time later on and I can just get on with it. So I figured if I can get as much down from there as possible today, then when I am off next, I can just do the thing. Question is, where do I put this for now? Probably in with the rest of the stuff. Yeah, fine. Ooh, it's so grim. At least I can put the Master Sword back up and feel slightly better. But this is why it takes me such a long time to complete various projects, because I'm constantly starting them on a whim. So I know I'd started doing the research portion of my next cosplay project yesterday, and I planned to do more of that. Bloody cobwebs. I plan to do more of that today. I am caught in the cobwebs. If you've got a thing against cobwebs, then avert your eyes, because, yeah. Yeah, I plan to do more of that today, and then it just ends up being one of those, but what if I did this kind of situations. And then that ends up being the kind of running theme. There's always something else. Which I'm not necessarily ragging on. But at the same time, there comes a point where I need to stop being myself and just get on with the things. I end up striking this weird kind of bargain with myself where it's like, oh, at least I'm doing something. No, I could be doing nothing right now. Yeah, sure. But you could also be doing the thing you're meant to be doing. Which would be better. Get the rest of this off of here, actually, that's fine. Then I'm probably going to run a handheld vacuum cleaner just along the grotty bits, because they are bothering me. And then, as I say, taking the shelves down, which, yeah, I could do it with a drill, but I kind of just want to do it with a screwdriver, because it's just more controlled. Feels safer. Even if it isn't necessarily, it just feels safer. Oh, my bed's covered in crud. I said it would be. I'm an idiot. It's fine, I'll just change the sheets when I'm done. At this point, may as well play it that way. Let me go and get vacuum cleaner first. I can do that immediately, and then the screwdrivers. Ooh, hang on. Oh. Where is it? Ah, got it. Ooh, there are screwdrivers up here. None of them are the right size, though. Fine, I know where to find screwdrivers. Okay. So, let's say Right. This is... I don't want this to end up being super loud, so I'm going to mute myself for a second. I was wondering whether I could vacuum the shelves. Not really. Doesn't really work. But that's whatever. Okay. It deals with that side of things. Then, as I say, it's just taking the shelves off the wall. So I can run and grab a screwdriver. Again, I keep looking at the time and thinking I'm gonna have to go soon. But if I'm quick, I can go get a screwdriver. I can come back, and I can take the shelves down, and then I'll go. And then I'll have to go. So bear with. Let me. Where's the screen? Ah, there it is. All right. Bear with. Alright. I've returned with a screwdriver. I really need to move you, don't I? Right. Done. So, which one do I want to start with? I think I want to start with this one. But that is agonizingly easy. That concerns me slightly. It's just how easy that is. All right. One. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think this is fine. Assuming it actually wants to come out of the wall, which for some reason this one doesn't. Right? Be like that, I guess. I think getting to this is going to be annoying. Fine. See, this one will do it. No, why the other one won't. See, the trouble is that I have circulatory problems. I mean, if my hands are up high for too long, I lose the blood in them, and they cease to function. And I'm always reminded of that when I do stuff like this. With the tape, it's easy. I'm up and down, fine. This, considerably more awkward. Now, speaking of awkward, why are you just turning in place? That makes me consider just pulling. I don't really want to be thinking about doing that. That seems like a really dumb idea. Right. Sake of argument. Still don't like that. Let's do that. Couldn't have picked a stubbier bloody screwdriver. Well, I reckon I could probably just pull that other one out, to be honest. Like any of that is gonna matter. Well, is my arms stop working. Oh, this one's actually been raw plugged. Okay. Oh, they all have. I'm surprised. The other one practically fell out. The thing is that my granddad's asleep downstairs. I'm kind of conscious of all the banging and clattering, and I don't really want to wake him up. But he's slept through more noise than this, so probably gonna be fine. This one is really just jammed in there. Let's just do that for now. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. Back to me and my perception of time again. Keep thinking, should I still be doing this? Or should I be getting ready to go to my thing? Probably the latter, realistically. I really can't tell whether this is coming out or not. Oh no, it is. I'm just also having to pull it. Lock myself in the face if I'm not careful. I'm not careful, so calling it now. Probably gonna clock myself in the face. This is a different style screw to all the other ones. Can't feel my arms. Right. Bear with. Bear with. Only slightly really irritating. Why did this need to have such a long screw? It didn't. I'll save you pondering over it. It didn't need to have this screw. There's no reason for it to have had a screw this long. Oh. Finally getting kind of wobbly. My hands weren't so sweaty, I could probably do this myself, but they are. Because I'm overheating in the winter with the window open. There we go. Right. That is one shelf off. Such an unnecessarily long screw. Good grief. Right, how long have I got for my thing? Do I really have time to do another shelf? Or am I very much pushing my luck at that point? Because I feel like I'll be pushing my luck. Oh, hello. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome to whatever I decided I was doing today, I guess. I'm remodeling. For no reason. Just, yeah, woke up, decided, you know what, I got some wallpaper, I'll do that. Why not? Working, but thought I'd drop by and say hello. Thank you. Hello. I am not working, currently, but I will be over the weekend. So, you know, switcheroo. Yeah. This wall is now very empty, and I'm quite sad. Because I'm not going to be able to do anything else to it until I'm off again next. Which won't be until Tuesday. So I have to live with a sad wall until then. In the best case, really. That's all fun and games, though. Random room changes are the best. Yes. Yes, they are. I sorted out my feature wall that I have over here this morning. That was how I spent the early hours. Yeah, sad wall. The sad wall. You kind of see, like, where the grid was on this wall, and it just kind of makes it look like a murder scene, which I suppose is, you know, that's gonna make me less sad. But it's still pretty sad. It does, though. It does look like a murder scene. It's like you just have the faint outline of where things were, and it's like a murder's happened. Then the crime scene guys have gone in and sorted out whatever, confiscated various for evidence, and then you're just left with the outlines of where things were. It's just it's just a little bit horrifying. Yeah, yeah, right? It's way more prominent where I'm stood than it is on camera. So if you can kind of see it, I can really see it. It is funny though. It does make me chuckle, and it's all for a good cause. It'll be cool when I'm finished. I have plans. We'll just have to see how those go. And now I'm debating whether I've got time to take down another shelf. I think I do, but the whole time I'm doing it, actually, if I get chat up on my phone, then at least I can look down to my knee and see if anyone said anything. Because I'm not going to be able to do much better than that. Well, I've got my arms up in the air. I'm glad you're excited. I'm 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 hoping it's going to be good. In fairness, it should be. It should be fine. Um, how do I view? There we go. Okay. Now at least I can see the chat while I've got my arms up in the air. So I shouldn't miss anything if you say something. And that should be fine. Do I want to do these ones first because they're more annoying? I feel like I might. I feel like I might. Because then if I'm left with the other ones, I don't think it needs the top ones to stop it from falling over. They're only really light shelves. They served their purpose, they did their duty. I don't feel any pressure, okay? It's fine. The pressure's been on me to ramble this whole time. So I'm just happy to have anyone else around, you know? Even if I have literally nothing of value to say. Because I don't. I don't. I keep. Okay, maybe that is a bit sketch. That's fine. Fine. But, especially while I'm concentrating on, like, gauging how much blood is left in my arms. It's always been an issue. It's a massive problem for stuff in the gym. Because it's especially this left arm, it just loses the blood, and I can't do anything for a few seconds, and then I go back. And I don't think you'll be able to see from that distance through the webcam, but like the difference in the color of my fingers from when my hands are up to when I'm having to recover for a second is slightly mad. I think these are the more annoying screws. Okay. Hopefully a lot of blood. Yep, there is suddenly a lot of blood. My hands go bright red versus the white that they are the whole time they're up. Yeah, blood is not my strong suit, as it happens. You know, considering vampire is kind of the aesthetic, I am surprisingly bloodless. I have to alternate between hands because one is dying. There we go. I think particularly against the white wall, you might be able to see the difference in hand colour. It is ridiculous. Ignore the bot, by the way. I will fix it. I will fix it. Because I had intended to have music up, but until I get the credits out correctly, I don't want to use anyone else's stuff. Just because I want to be able to credit people properly if I'm going to use it. It's nice to be able to have access to copyright-free bits and pieces. And I want to pay the proper respects if I'm going to use things. Because I found a few good tracks from a few good people. I need to feed more often. Yeah. Yeah, I'm lacking in victims at the minute. You know. Not got enough rats kicking around. But I got a song for that. Song that could help me procure some rats. And a song that I'm very much looking forward to definitely hearing in a couple of months with a couple of people. Well, a few people, actually. Yeah, you might know the song. You might know the song. Oops. Definitely didn't just drop that on my phone. That's fine. We can ignore it. Alright, that didn't take me as long as I thought it would, so I reckon I can get the last shelf down as well before I have to duck out. I am, however, covered in dust. You saw nothing. Good. Good, that's fine. That's fine. I can work with that. How do I want to play this? Because that is going to suck. So I think I deal with that side first. And then I change my bed sheets after I'm done with all of this, because good grief. I had not planned ahead for all of the dust and the yuck and the ugh. Right. Let's get in at this one first, because this one is really not a fun one. Right. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is at a better height. I think that's the thing. It's still not great, but it's better. Always the dust, yeah. It's one of those, like, everything looks fine until you start, like, actually dismantling things, and then you realize, oh no, this is disgusting. Do I do this one next? Or do I do that one next? I think I do this one, because it's at an annoying angle. And then I think I do the other ones. I do have a magnetized screwdriver somewhere, so I wouldn't have to think so much about catching these as I'm unscrewing them. Right. Now I've got to hold this as I'm dealing with one of these, which I think is going to be this one, because that should be the easier one to get to. Now, can I do that? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Everything's fine. I got a strap. Don't question it. If it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid. It's assuming it works, though. It kind of does. Kind of does. It worked for that first little bit, if nothing else. I think from here I just have to get my wrist into it. Alright, fine. Fine, fine, fine. In fairness, the bed is right up against the wall, so even if this drops, it's not going to go very far. Not super worried about it. Yeah, fine. Right, then I can just do that. And that should make the last one a little bit easier. Not stupid, it's perfect. Perfect is not the word I would use to describe this. Not by a long stretch. It's barely functional. That's all I need it to be. So, you know, can't say I'm super phased. But of course, this would be an annoying one. Okay, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I can still get to it. It's definitely annoying, but I can still get to it. Do I just do it like this? Is that going to be easier? I don't think so. Perfect, I say. That is some insistence. With the caps and the Anki face. You know what? I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not in a position to argue with you. I'm wholly compromised right now. You win, okay? You win. I'll take it. Fine. Jeez. Aggressive positivity again. I have no choice. I have to go with it. Oh, I can get this one with my fingies. This is fine. Right. And I didn't drop a single screw. I just dropped an entire shelf, but we don't talk about that. You're so welcome. you're most welcome. Okay, and I'm still in time for my appointment, so everything's fine. Hell yeah. Let me just take the rest of the tape down off the wall. Nice. Alright, so there's still a little bit of tape kicking about here and there. But I reckon I can get that with more tape. I reckon that's how I deal with that. Yeah, the cleanup on this wall is a little bit ugh. Proud of me, yo, thank you. I would not use proud as a thing. it's it's a little. It feels a little excessive. I think it doesn't help that it does just look like a murder happened here. plus the dust. The frog is all right. I can't contest the frog. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to contest the frog. Where is he? I have the frog somewhere. I found him the other day. I feel like he was in my D&D bag, but then I don't remember whether I took him out and put him somewhere else, because I might have done. I'm pretty sure he was in my D&D bag originally. Let me get thoroughly distracted trying to find the frog, because that matters to me. If he's not in here, I know he is. Yep, I knew it. I knew he was in here. Hang on. I got to prove a point. Ugh. Don't mind that. That's a vacuum cleaner. Right, I got him. Okay. Yeah. He's still here. I'm going to keep him in the D&D bag because I will cry if I lose him. And at least this way, I know he's definitely in there. So, yeah. Epic. Epic and cool. He is so cute. He absolutely belongs in the D&D bag. He absolutely does. He loves it in there. Great. He's with all my other shiny things. Tiny, shiny things that I care about a great deal. I love him. I don't just like him, I love him. He's amazing. He's so great. It's like I said to you the other day, I love silly little things that mean a lot, you know? That's huge. That will always be huge. I was doing something before the frog. What was I doing before the frog? I'd said I was going to do something. Tape. It was the tape off the walls. I remembered. I remembered, it's the tape off the walls. That's what I was going to do. I want to see whether this works. It might not. It might not be a thing, but I'll try it anyway. You definitely distracted me. It's very easy to do. Oh, hell yeah, this does work. Okay. Yeah, I distract me, to be fair. Like, it's this whole escapade is a big distraction. I wasn't planning to do this. This was never a thing I meant to do with my time today. This is just a thing that I thought about briefly this morning. Went to go meet a friend for a coffee, and then came back and was like, you know what? This seems like a great idea. Let's just do this. So I didn't have a whole bunch of time, so I didn't want to go and start anything big. I can save something like that for tomorrow. I did just go for it. I 100% nearly went for that. But I did just go for it. Because I have a vision, right? I know what I want to do. And it involves new wallpaper, which I got for myself on a whim. But I think it's going to work really well. I've not unwrapped it yet because I'm afraid. But you can kind of get an idea of how cool it is just from that. It's extremely fancy. But I did the maths, and I'm going to need another roll, so I've just ordered another roll. But it should look extremely cool. And then I'm going to get that to work with the new feature wall that I did this morning. Right? Isn't it awesome? But it will definitely work with the rest of this wall, which I am happy with. I still need to move that shelf up a bit, though. But that's a future me problem. I don't have time for that. Yeah, the wallpaper is awesome. It's so awesome. And I wanted it to go somewhere where I could fully appreciate it. Invested. I'm glad you're invested too. So that was the whole point of this, was like, I was just going to do it. And then I thought, you know what? Shenanigans are always entertaining. I'll just whack my webcam on while I'm doing it. Why not? I'm going to do it anyway. May as well involve other people, because it's the kind of thing I love watching, is like random DIY renovation type stuff. It's always great. And it's just thoroughly entertaining. But I am super time conscious because I have an appointment in 12 minutes. So I'm debating leaving it pretty much like this for now, and then coming back to it. Not. I want to say tomorrow morning, but it depends. It depends. I'll have to think about it. Don't let you distract me. I'm distracting me, to be fair. I'm distracting me. But I will have to duck out in a sec. But I think I've reached a decent point, because this is one of those things that takes longer than you think it will. And I'll have to get everything that's behind the bed as well. That'll take seconds compared to the rest of it. But I've got the shelves down, I've got the random shapes off the wall, the tape is off the wall. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. I'm pretty okay with that. And yeah, I'll just duck out imminently. Yep, that's my Fitbit reminding me that I have a thing in 10 minutes. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. But I will come back to it. I will come back to it. It's just whether I come back to it today or tomorrow morning or I do something else. Supposed to be working this whole time, but here I am. Yeah. Yeah, it does get to that point. It really does get to that point. I mean, I'm a bit stuck because where I work is, physically far away, and also basically a Faraday cage, so I don't get any phone signal. So I'm kind of stuck. Can't wait to see it completed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. It will work. I don't know. I might be able to get kind of a decent view of the feature wall so that you can see what I'm trying to get it to work with. But also my laptop's set up over here and my webcam is here, and it might be tricky, so bear with me. But you'll see what I'm kind of getting it to work with is this wall. If it will focus. I don't know if it's focusing or not. Kind of. But then you see what I'm going with is the sort of fantasy-esque sort of thing. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah. Ah, I'm glad you love it. Thank you. That was what I was spending my morning doing this morning. So, yeah. So by the time I've got the wallpaper up on that wall and stuck some more greenery over there and, you know, messed around with various, it should be pretty okay. Should be pretty okay. That's not back exactly where I want it, but also I'm gonna have to go in a second anyway. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it because it's fairly ridiculous, but I dig it. I dig it, and it's a great thing to wake up to in the mornings. You know, it's a nice incentive to get up and just spend some time, mellow out for a bit before I have to go deal with work and various. So, best kind of ridiculous. I'll take that. I'll take that as a personal reflection because that's what I aspire to be, you know. Um, right. I have to run away, and I'm sad because I'd like to stay here and continue being ridiculous, but I have to at least go and pretend for a bit that I'm not. Um, I will come back to all of this. If not for the rest of today, then I'll probably faff with a little bit tomorrow before work. So we can be ridiculous again? Yes. Yes, we can. We absolutely can. And we should always endeavor to be. But thank you for coming and saying hi. I'm still getting the hang of all of this. And at the minute, it is just slightly absurd and a little bit cringe. But I'm glad I'm at least doing it. So I'll deal with it. You know, I'll get better. But at least I'm doing the thing. You know? So I will catch you around. Not cringe. I'll take it. I'll take it. Because I'm aiming for just fun at this point, so I'll roll with that. Yeah, but I'll catch you around. If not today, then maybe tomorrow, but maybe not because it'll be stupid hours in the morning because I have work. So yes, Byesies. Thank you for stopping by, and I will continue this nonsense at another point. So yeah, catch you in a bit. Have fun. Look after yourselves. See you later.